Hello, welcome back to the channel. My name is FPV Wine and today I'm going to be going through my first ever action cam on my Cine Whoop that I had, which was the RunCam Thumb Pro. And initially I was super excited and happy with this little action camera. I think it's like 17 grams or something ridiculous. But unfortunately, my first one did break quite quickly. I did have a couple of accidents, not too heavy. Got in contact with Unmanned Tech. Unmanned Tech customer service is amazing, really good. Said to them that the camera had stopped working. They got in contact with RunCam and RunCam said, can you take some photos? I took some photos and as they could see, it had been very slightly damaged. I mean, I'll do a close-up of this. Very, very slight damage on there. The lenses have been fine. The whole time the lenses were fine. Didn't actually crash hard enough to break any of those. So RunCam deemed it was my fault because I'd crashed, which I thought was a little bit annoying, but fair enough. I mean, it's an FPV cam. It should be able to put up with some abuse, and this will be a point that I make in the future of this video. RunCam very kindly sent me out a new unit at cost price, which was the one that's in this packaging. They just sent me out the camera, which is this one. Fairly happy with that. I think it was a good outcome. Cost price, got a new RunCam, sent through from China direct, and that took like 3 weeks to get. But unfortunately, used it a handful of times, and within 7 days, there's a warning about it getting hot. And I think it just has a similar problem to the Xbox 360, where it was getting too hot for the chip. You know, any kind of jerk movement, I feel, in my opinion, must have moved the solder balls and ruined that. It would like record for split seconds, and then I'd take off, and there'd be no recording. And I found that if I pressed the chip, it would be working fine. So anyway, I got back in contact with Unmanned Tech and said, look, my second unit's broken within 7 days. I'm not very happy. Unmanned Tech were really good. They got in contact with RunCam and RunCam were like, no, you've broken it. It's your fault, which I thought was a bit crazy. And, you know, Unmanned Tech said, we can't do anything more about it, I'm afraid. I thought I'd just run through what I think is possibly the worst customer service I've ever had from any company. I can't think of a worse experience that I've had. They really need to back their ideas up with their customer service, in my opinion. The general, you know, build quality of these things. I've seen comments online saying these things are fantastic. My experience of them has been terrible. Maybe I've been unlucky with two, maybe my crashes did break them. And this brings me on to my next point before I get into this, is that I have now had a GoPro Hero Session 5. I've been using my GoPro 9. When I had this, I was using my GoPro 9 as well. The Session 5 that I got after this has been through hell, and it's still working fine. And a lot of people are going to leave in the comment section, yeah, but the GoPro Hero Session 5, which I actually got for almost the same price as this second hand, is a lot more expensive, but it's not that much more expensive. And I can tell you what, from my experience, outlasted this thing. I've had the Hero Session probably for about 4 months now. It's been through its paces and the screen hasn't broken. It's been generally fine. The only thing I can say about the Hero Session 5, which again is down to user, which is where I would say this is not fair, the back where I have had any impacts or crash lands, the back would go into the battery and it's peeled off the back of the GoPro Session 5, which it still works fine. You know, the back has been dented, but it still works fine, which is incredible. I've probably tempted fate now, but the whole thing's been amazing for like 3 or 4 months, maybe longer. So anyway, back to this email, which I will try and put up on screen. I wrote out a massive email to RunCam explaining my position, so I'll put that up on screen and let you guys have a little read through. If you want to, you can pause it. But what RunCam came back straight away, hi Robert, thanks for your email. We did acknowledge your case with Unmanned Tech and we forwarded it to our tech support. As you experienced once a defective product, so this is already wrong. They said once you experience one defective product. That was a lie. So the casing is actually the original casing on this one, and they pointed out in the first initial one that I'd crashed, so it voids the warranty. To me, that's mental, because the screens are everything was fine on it, like it was still completely intact. If it was in bits, I can totally understand, but it was fine. There was a couple of scratches on it, but they were like, no. So they said it's defective. They didn't say it was defective. They said that they'd do the nice thing and send through a cost price unit, which was just the motherboard, basically, the main unit. So they said, as you've experienced once with a defective product, we tested our products very carefully before shipping it to you. So they've said they've checked the unit they've sent to me and it was working fine. Why did you come to us after 1 month when you received it? It's like, I don't understand this. I responded to unmanned tech straight away. So that's ridiculous. And then I followed it up with them straight away. It hasn't taken a month. It took 3 weeks or 2 or 3 weeks to get to me, and it died within a week. So, I mean, that was 3 to 4 weeks. And then I was with unmanned tech for a week of trying to sort it out. Super annoying. And how come there are scratches on your camera's case? They didn't send out a camera case. They only sent out the motherboard, or the main unit, the single board camera. So they already pointed out in the initial complaint on the first camera that there were scratches on it, so it deemed its warranty was null and void. So the second time they sent me out, it was in the same case. I had to take it out and replace the case. So it's the same case, all there's scratches on it. Yeah, because you'd said that before. You'd said that in the first case. We never assure our products will survive every crash. They don't assure it for even the smallest crash, apparently. It might be broken with a very small crash. I fancy putting this in your email to someone. It might be broken in a small crash. Don't bother making your products for FPV then, because FPV, I believe, should be made to the GoPro action camera, even possibly the Insta camera. They should be made so that they can survive a minimal impact. And it might be survived from a very serious crash. I don't really understand that part. It depends on the situation, the position, the user behaviour, etc. Many factors. Maybe GoPro is more durable, but it's also more expensive. I can't believe they put that in the customer service email. I 100% back GoPro. My GoPro, again, you could be unlucky, but my GoPros, GoPro 9, GoPro Session 5, have been outstanding. FPV, it's in the nature, you're going to crash, and both those units have survived minimal crashes. And so, I mean, the Session 5 has been through its paces, and I can't believe the screen's still fine. No scratches, no smashes. So that's the standard that I expect. Even though this unit is cheaper, I expect there to be a standard of FPV camera. Whether you're spending, I think this unit was £80, or the GoPro Session 5 secondhand was like 95 when I bought it. Like, it's a minimal difference. Yeah, I would rather get a Session 5 secondhand than buy a brand new thumb camera, because they're just not made for FPV, in my opinion, in my circumstance. So I responded to them that I was dissatisfied, yada yada. Again, I'll try and put a screenshot up of my email. And then they replied, "Hi Robert, so the replacement board was defective as soon as you received it." It wasn't. It slowly deteriorated, and it was actually completely different to the other one. The first board just shut off, just stopped working, and that was probably down to a crash. So that's why when they said that's fine, we'll give you one at cost price, I was like, okay, that's fair enough, whatever. That, again, it goes back to standards. Maybe it was my an unfortunate crash. The second one I got, it was not an unfortunate crash. This is the second unit I've had. It just slowly stopped working. You press record and it would just be recording for 5 seconds. So it was completely different, and there was nothing impactful on the second one that I felt would destroy the camera, and it was nothing on it was broken apart from apparently the chip on board. I feel like the surrounding casing, even the lenses should have broken before the main board, in my opinion. Maybe I expect too much. Leave me a comment in the comment section below. Maybe I'm just whining. Have you used it to fly once? Yeah, of course I've used it to fly once. It was 7 days after I'd used it. And then I responded, "Thank you for your response." Again, I'll put it up on the screen. And I don't think they even bothered. I'll have a little quick look, but I don't think they even bothered responding after this. No response after that. Just completely ignored me. And that's why I think it's just the worst customer service I've had from anyone. And so my final point is, again, Unmanned Tech, super good customer service. They did say, I mean, it's a little while ago now, they did say that if I sent this back, they would sell it as defective. So they sell it defective, and anything that I got from it would be a voucher, which is really good. So thank you, Unmanned Tech. Massive shout outs to their customer service. But RunCam's customer service, horrendous. Like I say, I cannot strongly recommend enough just to spend that little bit more money on a secondhand GoPro, because both my GoPros are still going strong. And I've had 2 of these units die within 7 days of each unit I've had. The quality control of RunCam, I feel, is low. Let me know in the comment section below if you've had any RunCam products and they've worked for you, because mine just haven't, and I try and stay away from anything now. RunCam camera, anything RunCam products I stay away from. Really big fan of Caddx. Caddx stuff seems to last a lot better. Even the cameras on the analog, I much prefer getting Caddx than RunCam. They just need to sort their quality control out, and they need to sort their customer service out, I believe, in my opinion. My GoPro 9 has been through some absolutely horrific crashes on my skateboarding. I've fallen off, I've dropped it, I've thrown it around, and I get that it's 4 or 5 times the price of a RunCam Thumb. However, it's also 10 to 15 to 20 times more durable. So my advice is just to spend that, save that extra bit of money and get a smaller camera like the Action 2, the Hero Session. I picked up mine secondhand on Computer Exchange in the UK, £95, and you get a 2-year warranty, or you used to. I mean, they keep changing their terms and conditions, but 2-year warranty with that. Let me know what your circumstances have been with the RunCam products. I just cannot strongly recommend enough to, like I say, get a better action cam. 2 units, broken within 7 days, and then their customer service. The customer service, terrible. In comparison to DJI's customer service, bottom of the pack. Standard. Can't believe you're just getting Amazon delivery whilst you're trying to make a video. Like and subscribe. Leave a comment below with your experience. Just had the craziest cold for a good week, so that's why there's not been any content. But I plan to make much more content in the coming months. Thank you ever so much to everyone who's liked and subscribed. Up to 1,100 subscribers in the space of 4 months is absolutely incredible, and I absolutely love the FPV community. If you have any questions about FPV, I'm new to the game, but I will try and help where I can. I've had a number of beginners ask a question in the comment section, and I try and reply to all the comments down there. So if you have any questions about FPV that I think I can help you with or point in the right direction, I will try. Otherwise, Joshua Bardwell, the absolute guru of FPV. See you in the next video. Thanks, guys. Stay away from RunCam. Cheers.